on site in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hell, you won!
Williams being motion left. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
14.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 65 yards. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now Purdy. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run. That was going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
We go, boys. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Pass caught, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions, first down.
Go, Todd! Turbo, Todd!
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Goff. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So Great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Watch out!
Throwing here, Purdy. That'll be caught by James. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Watch out!
A first carry here for Jordan James. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Watch out! Stop!
Purdy. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
17! Cut! Merlin, work!
Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Goff. And this is caught by Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22 yards. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. What's that?
That's complete left side to Gray.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Goff now looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Play action. Now Purdy. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 49 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Goff now looking to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Gone. It's Williams on the catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He will push his way down to about the 14. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. This is 2nd and 8. Another run for Gibbs here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down and 1.
Get set.
Purdy looking to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
Now you won.
To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it Hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
14. Nut.
Gibbs straight ahead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 22-yard line.
Here's Goff. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta from 21 yards away. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now Purdy. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Yellow.
Final play of the half. Purdy has his man. That's James. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Purdy now to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He finds Kittle going across the field. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers are back within a score. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Lions 21, 49ers 16.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 22 more yards there and another first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
1st and goal, Detroit.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
49ers 16.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass ruch. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's James. Bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing here, Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown. Tracy, 33 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Goff. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Super one.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
180. 5, 5, 5, 5.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This was still going to be 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here at the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Be ready, be ready.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Outside, 53, 18, watch out. Yellow. Yellow.
Looking to throw. Purdy. That'll be caught by James. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
39-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Come on. 180.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 9.
Moving.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
What's up? Yellow.
Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Get set. Get set. Up.
James. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Outside. What's up? Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Get set. Get set. 18. Up.
On the ground, it's James. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 18.
They run it with James.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
49er first down.
Here's 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. The extra point now for Borregales. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
That's the score. Niners 33, Lions 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here comes 2nd down. Goff now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. One final try here for Willis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.